Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video. I'm in this rather splendid place. So I'm doing what I just love to do, and that is pin a tail on the donkey and just drive from point A to point B and just look out for things to photograph. And I've just had to stop at this amazing location. Just a real simple composition using the tree on the left hand side in the thirds with the arc of, it's like a gnarly branch. I've just used that as a natural frame and it just works for me. So nice and simple, f11 ISO 100, whatever the shutter speed is, and of course adjusting my polarizer to really bring out those juicy green and browns. And 1, 2. Something else that grabbed my eye as well, just a lone Scotch pine, just stood right in the middle of nowhere, and of course the scenery all around it is just fantastic. Again, camera out, I zoomed straight in, I grabbed a portrait shot, a landscape shot, then I've zoomed back out and captured that pine in its natural environment. Just gorgeous. Now, sat by the van just behind me, eating porridge as you do, having a cup of coffee and a bit of a break, and behind me there seems to be a whole bunch of trees and a little tiny picnic area, and it's really drawing my eye in, and even including the picnic tables. I honestly believe that'll make a very nice shot. Look at this that we've come across. I can't make my mind up whether just to spend all my time photographing this river and the rapids, or to just photograph the trees. I'm trying to do both, but you know what it's like. It never works out well if you try and do both, concentrate on one thing. But check this out, this is just truly amazing. Just making sure I don't fall on my ass before I get there. Over my shoulder. Look at that. Just look at that. So behind me we just met a very nice lad. That's Jennings down there, that's Gaz in the background. Jennings has been here. Jennings, how long have you been here for?
I've been here 12 years.
No, here.
Oh, here. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you pointing. I've been here about an hour and a half.
Light perfect?
Light perfect.
Light perfect.
Speaking through the back there, it's just fantastic. That's what I'm waiting for the moment.
So Jennings says he's been here for an hour and a half, because you probably can't hear him on that microphone, and he says the light has been perfect. So we set him again with another composition, just waiting for the light to change. In the background, not so hot. In the background, it's rain, and very muggy and very misty, but I'm going to have a wander around and look for the composition. And also I've seen a gnarly tree over there as well, and I fancy photographing that. I'm just trying to take an overall shot at the moment, but it's fraught with a few problems, a few issues. I'm being faced with a few issues, and the issues mainly are the wind. All the trees in the background are all moving because it's very, very windy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a frozen shot, so in other words a shot with a very fast shutter speed of the top half of the water, so that covers the trees and that covers the sky, and then without moving my camera, without changing the composition, I'm going to add a 6-stop filter and a 10-stop filter and play around with varying shutter speeds on the bottom half of the image, just to give myself plenty of options when I'm sat down on my PC in the cold light of day looking at this image on the big screen. So there's quite a few options in the bag, and by the time you're watching this, I would have already looked at the images and post-processed them, hopefully, and this is what I deem to be the best configuration. Right, let's take a look at the images, and as you saw in the video, this is the first picture I took, which is a 2-minute exposure. The movement in the sky looks fantastic. The water's looking great as well, assuming you like your water images captured at a long exposure, of course. But if I zoom in close to the trees, you can see there's quite a bit of movement. So let's just look at the water to begin with. I then captured another image. This was shot at 6 seconds. This was captured at 1.6 seconds. This at 1 second, a half a second, and then a quarter of a second. So I think for the movement in the trees, I'll stick with the image shot at a quarter of a second, and then I'll make a decision whether I like the movement in the sky or whether I like the movement in the water, or a mixture of them both.